What's going on, Bears fans? Harrison Graham here from Chicago Bears Now. I know the Bears beat the Lions barely, but I figured with all the trauma, all the chatter, everything going on around Matt Nagy, it was time to update our top 10 candidates to replace him because there's a lot of buzz going on, and I think it's pretty likely that he is done after this year. I think it's possible he's been told that this is going to be his last season. It's just a matter of if he'll get to finish the year or not. Bears did shoot down a report that Nagy would be fired after the Lions game. We'll see if he coaches the remainder of this year, but I think it's pretty safe to say and pretty safe to assume that there's almost zero chance he returns next year. I would put it at 1% chance he is this team's head coach in 2022, and that 1% is this team probably wins out, makes the playoffs, and wins a playoff game. Other than that, I don't think there's any chance Nagy survives, and the reason being the regression that we continue to talk about after his first year. First year was great. Second year fell back to earth. Third year, no improvements. This year, 4-7. So, yeah. And, by the way, the last 3 years, 3 straight seasons of a losing streak of 4 or more in a row. You're just not going to survive that at the end of the day. So it's not a matter of when, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when for Matt Nagy's tenure coming to an end. So what do you want? Do you want Matt Nagy fired? If you do, like the video. If you don't, I guess comment why you don't. But I'm expecting 1,000+ likes on today's video, so if you want Matt Nagy fired, like this video, and after this YouTube ad break, we'll take a look at my updated list of 10 candidates to replace Matt Nagy. Hope you guys liked the video. Okay, Lincoln Riley at number 10. This is the ultimate long shot, but this feels like a good opportunity if he wanted to make a jump to the NFL. He's making a lot of money at Oklahoma. He's very comfortable down there. It would take a lot to convince him, but Justin Fields is the type of quarterback that he could work well with, in my opinion. I don't think it's super likely, but I think he's a guy you should at least call in and see what's up with him. So I'll put him at number 10. At number 9, Joe Brady, the Carolina Panthers offensive coordinator. He, of course, did wonders with Joe Burrow in 2019 at LSU. Has done some good things in Carolina. Hasn't had the best crop of quarterbacks to work with. He had Teddy Bridgewater last year. He had Cam Newton now this year after Sam Darnold struggled and then got injured. So we'll see how he fares with Cam the rest of the way. I still like Joe Brady, but he's not as high as he might have been a couple of videos ago when we did this list. We'll get to our top 8 momentarily, but happy Black Friday, and we got a deal for you guys with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Make some money betting on football all weekend long. Go to chatsports.com/Bears. Use our promo code BEARDOWN. You put down $100, you get $125 for free. And we're continuing our free jersey giveaway for brand new BetUS customers. So screenshot this and follow these steps. Go to chatsports.com/Bears. You got to use our link, chatsports.com/Bears. Use the promo code BEARDOWN. It's all one word, BEARDOWN. Sign up and deposit $100. You'll get $125 for free with that deposit bonus. Then all you got to do is place a bet on any game for any amount. And once you do that, email us, jersey@chatsports.com. We've got some Justin Fields jerseys available for you guys once you follow those aforementioned steps. Once we confirm your account has gotten going and you've placed a bet with BetUS, then we will hook you guys up with a brand new Justin Fields jersey. You can pick your size, which color you want. Email us, jersey@chatsports.com. At number 8, I'll mention him again. I mentioned him last time, Sean Payton. Now, he's under contract, so you would either have to trade for him or you would have to he would have to agree to some kind of contract, getting out of his contract in New Orleans. It's hard to get sitting NFL head coaches to your team because the way it works is you can't just be like, hey, come coach for us, even though you're under contract. I'll say this. Sean Payton is probably my dream target that's somewhat unrealistic. He grew up in the Chicago, in suburbs outside of Chicago. I think the future in New Orleans is questionable. So if you were going to, want a different opportunity, could this be it? Maybe. I think he's a guy you should definitely at least try to inquire about and see if you can take a swing at. If the Bears hired Sean Payton, then I would blank. Fill in the blank. If they fired Payton, what would you do? Would you pop champagne? Would you take shots? Would you be pissed because you don't like the hire? Would you, poop your pants in excitement? Let me know. What would you do if the Bears hired Sean Payton? Fill in the blank and let us know. how excited you would be or how disappointed you would be in what you would do. Next up is Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator for the Patriots. There's a lot of talk about the rookie quarterbacks, Mac Jones. Well, coaching is a big part of that, and Josh McDaniels is doing a really good job with Mac Jones, who is inferior in talent compared to Justin Fields. Imagine what McDaniels could do with Fields. It's intriguing. He has that head coaching experience, although it did not go that well in Denver, but I do think he's ready for a second chance. The question is he going to wait out Bill Belichick in New England? We'll have to wait and see. At number 6, Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. He's a guy that basically rebuilt the Ravens offense around Lamar Jackson's strengths, and they've done very well. I think he could do that with Justin Fields and build around his strengths as well. I want a coach who can recognize Fields' talents and build around it, both with personnel and with play calling. I think Greg Roman is somebody who could do that. He's done that a lot as the Ravens offensive coordinator. We'll get to our top 5 momentarily, but before we do, subscribe to the channel. We'll continue to have Chicago Bears videos all season long. So hit that subscribe button. Never miss a beat here on Chicago Bears Now. It's youtube.com/BearsNow. Keep it moving here. Doug Peterson, former Eagles head coach. Last time, I think I had him 10 on my list. I've moved him up a decent amount here. I'm starting to grow to the idea of someone who's been a head coach, especially a successful one. Doug Peterson, despite it ending not great in Philadelphia, he took that team to a Super Bowl and won it. That's appealing. He's a good offensive mind. I think I'm growing more and more to the idea. Now, I'm not opposed to hiring a coordinator that's a good play caller. I'm still all aboard that train. But I understand Bears fans who are saying, we've tried that. Okay, I'm mixing up my list. I'm growing to the idea of hiring a former head coach. So Doug Peterson seems to check that box. At number 4, Brian Daboll. He slipped down my list a little bit here from 2 to 4. I still like him a lot. I think he can do well with Fields, but that offense has kind of hit a bit of a wall here recently for Buffalo. I don't want to overreact to, 3 or 4 games over a large sample size, but I definitely want to make sure I get their hire right. So I've got him at 4. I'm still high on him. He's just not number 1 on my list. How about this? Name a coach you don't want the Bears to hire as the next head coach. If there's someone that you've been hearing about, it's like, I don't want that guy. Let me know who that is. Maybe it's Brian Daboll. Maybe it's someone else. Name a coach you don't want the Bears to hire. All right, top 3 we go. Byron Leftwich, the OC for Tampa. I think former NFL quarterback, African-American quarterback who's played in the NFL with some success. I think he could connect with Fields very, very well. I think that he's a growing mind. Bruce Arians basically conceded that it's Byron's offense at this point in Tampa. So that's appealing as well. He's obviously done a great job down there with Tom Brady. Jameis Winston's last year, that offense was humming too. Just a ton of turnovers from Jameis. That's not really on coaching, though. I like Byron Leftwich. He's a young name that's drawing a lot of attention in coaching circles. At number 2, a name I'm really, really getting fired up about. That's Ryan Day. Now, I don't know if you can get him. Kind of like Lincoln Riley. I think he's more attainable than Lincoln Riley. Number 1 regionally, just Ohio State, Chicago, Illinois, pretty close there. And, of course, he coached Justin Fields. No one knows Justin Fields like Ryan Day does. Nobody. He knows him better than anyone. What his strengths are, what his weaknesses are, where he can grow, what he can improve on, what he can, where you can focus the offense on with him as your quarterback. No one knows Justin Fields quite like Ryan Day, and that is very appealing to me because whoever I hire, I got to be sure that coach, if he's an offensive guy, can maximize Fields, or if he's a defensive guy, he can bring the right staff in place to grow Justin Fields within this team. And then at number 1, I'll stick with Kellen Moore as my top guy. I know the Cowboys have, struggled a bit as of late. They've lost a couple of games recently, but I love his offense. I know he's young. I know he's never been a head coach. That's the risk, but I think what he's done with Dak Prescott is incredibly impressive, and I think Dak's skill set is very similar to Justin Fields, and I think Kellen Moore could bring some of that to the table with Fields, help him grow and help maximize him like he has helped to maximize Dak Prescott. So there you go, our updated top 10 candidates to replace Matt Nagy. Who do you guys want as the next Chicago Bears head coach? Is it someone on our list? Am I forgetting somebody? Other names are out there. Eric Bieniemy, I didn't include him this time. He slipped a little bit for me, but I still am a big fan of his. But I think there's a lot of good coaches out there. So who do you want as the next Bears head coach? Let me know in the comments. And with that being said, subscribe. Enjoy your holiday weekend. Enjoy our videos this weekend. We got you guys covered. I know I'm going to enjoy some time with some family as well. YouTube.com/Bears Now. Do not miss a video here on the channel. Subscribe, and we'll see you soon here on the channel.